Give us a brief history of how you all met and would eventually lead to the creation of KÄLAD. Julieta, hi. Thank you so much for your time, smiley face. So, pretty much the story started with Mario. In 2019 he was the guitar player of a power metal band which was the opening act for a band from Spain that was touring in Latin America called Stravaganza. Mario's band was looking for female and male backup singers for that show, so they invited me and Raul Guerra, Vitam Eternum, a flying fish. At that moment I was just coming back from my vocal studies in Canada, and I was still developing my musical career. After the shows, Mario was surprised I still didn't have a project of my own, so that's how he very heartedly asked me if I wanted to start KÄLAD with him. Pure metal of gods, listening to your music I find you have elements of the symphonic, progressive, industrial, and metalcore. What are the influences that create your style and what would be the best way to describe your music? Mario, both Julieta and I come from very different metal backgrounds. While my taste in music may seem a little old school, Julieta enjoys various music styles. However, when we created KÄLAD, we both had in mind the same objective, which was to create a modernized metal with all the best from symphonic and power metal and the new style and sound of metal nowadays. Pure metal of gods, what challenges did you all overcome starting with the music industry? Julieta, well, being a band that started when the pandemic hit, it felt as if this were a race, we had started a couple of miles behind. Also, in the country we live in, chances of being considered for any major international festivals or shows are slim. However, we truly and genuinely believe that hard work and doing things right will eventually pay off. It's just a matter of consistency for luck and perfect timing to match and work in our favor. Pure metal of gods, in Mexico, you seem to be well received by your fellow countrymen. With the creation of the group, what new opportunities have opened up for you in your home country? Julieta, we feel absolutely lucky. Mexico is a great country, we do things passionately, and thus, fans and the metal scene are also very passionate about what they like, and they sure have liked us. This has given us something we truly appreciate, which is appreciation and recognition. As I already mentioned, we believe in doing things right, and sometimes right means a lot of sacrifices, money, blood, and tears, so being acknowledged brings us indescribable joy, and we're pretty sure opportunities will come, not only here in Mexico, but internationally too. Pure metal of gods, what new techniques have you learned along the way growing as a guitarist, drummer, bassist, and keyboardist to incorporate into your music? Mario, well, it has been quite a journey for me. As I already told you, I come from an old school metal background, so I started by soaking into new music genres and styles of modern metal, mainly gent, metalcore, and progressive, cause even though we do not consider ourselves in any of those genres, we do have a hint of that, then finally relearning to play our instrument and taking classes to brush up the technique to be able to apply what we've learned to our songs. Also, specifically in regards to the guitars, we incorporated 7- and 8-string guitars and very specific distortions for a correct interpretation of the genre. Everything is basically new, but it still sounds metal. Do you have a vocal coach or instructor helping you further your vocal in your music abilities? Julieta, absolutely. I always try to improve my vocal technique. I am a huge believer of if you want to improve, you must keep on learning and practicing. I have had a lot of vocal coaches, and from every one of them, I have learned a lot. Mind you, I still feel I have more things to improve about my voice. However, I feel more comfortable sharing my songs and voice with an audience now. Pure metal of gods, was there anything you approached differently as far as songwriting or recording goes in comparison to Inner Tide? Mario, all the singles we have released have had a different approach in all terms possible, from Sail Away to After the Storm. You can see a huge variety of changes regarding sound, style, vocals, instrumentation, etc. What some bands have experienced in terms of finding their style in their albums, we have experienced every time we release a new song. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but that's how it has been for us. Mind you, when we release the album, you will definitely find a more solid sound and style. Pure metal of gods, listening to your song, Sail Away, made me think of a romantic journey between two people who would face obstacles and overcome them being together. Opening with a beautiful piano accompanied by cello and flutes and soothing angelic vocals accompanying the song. The creation of the song was inspiring. Can you tell us a brief description of the creation and melody and the lyrics structures? Julieta, Sail Away was the first song I wrote for KÄLAD, and we cherish it so deeply in our hearts. I have always been a fan of poetry and intense lyrics, so, while writing the melody and the lyrics, I felt it needed to be accompanied by what I call overflowed intimacy and passion, so along with our producer, we decided on the instrumentation, textures, riffs, and beat we felt reflected exactly that. And by the way, you articulated the question, I think you nailed it. Haha, smiley face. Pure Metal of Gods, thank you for the kind words. Pure Metal of Gods, what is your favorite song to perform and that you've written? Mario, I am very fond of our homonymous song KÄLAD, such a powerful, passionate ballad. With lots of textures, great vocal dynamics, powerful solos, and orchestration, it's magical to perform it live. I can definitely say I enjoy performing it, cause I just feel the song, before worrying about the technique. Julieta, for me, it also has to be KÄLAD, even though it is our least famous single. This song has magic, man. Such passion, no doubt, and people notice it when we play it live. Pure Metal of Gods, what is the most complicated song you have and the most difficult to play live? Julieta, this might come as a surprise, but Sail Away is the most difficult song to play live. It might seem like an easy song, but the harmony, solos, and vocal techniques surrounding the song are quite complicated. We definitely think twice before putting it on the set list, haha. Pure Metal of God's final question, what are the plans for 2023? Mario, definitely expect the unexpected. Just kidding. We're planning to release our first LP this year, of course, the big welcome of our new bandmates and some gigs and shows pretty soon. We're beyond excited for this year, we believe the tide is in our favor.